Hello, this is Carla Ayub, and this is my report about my capstone paper entitled Teaching Writing in a Workshop Way is an effective strategy for motivating students between the ages of 5 and 7 to write. Now, my capstone paper's essential question is, in what ways can Writing Workshop foster the motivation to write in young children between the ages of 5 and 7? Now, the Writers' Workshop has been popularized by Lucy Calkins and her team from the Teachers College in Columbia University in New York. Calkins' original mentor was actually Donald Graves, who developed the process writing. Now, Writers' Workshop is sometimes called the Writing Workshop. It is a modern approach in teaching writing, which includes mini lessons, independent writing, teacher-student conferences, editing, and publishing parties. Now, there are many advantages of Writers' Workshop. We can say that students actually enjoy writing, they self-regulate and improve their writing techniques, they're free to choose their topics, they're confident in their writing, they promote intrinsic motivation in children because they're looking forward for publishing parties, they develop self-efficacy, they write with purpose. Now, students actually enjoy writing in a writer's workshop. There's a study about it. It was conducted by Jacobson and Badiali, and it concluded that it shows that writer's workshop improve motivation in writing. Students even go beyond their assigned center time and they actually use their free time to write. I've seen this in my students as well because I am actually doing writer's workshop in my classroom. Students actually want to improve their writing techniques because they are looking forward for their publishing party in which they know that there is an audience waiting for them and they are confident about their writing skills. Why are they confident about about their own writing skills? It is because they are free to choose their topics. They write about what they know, they write about the things that they like. They are very interested in everything that they write about because they chose it. And they say when students write about things that is important to them, they develop purpose in writing. Now, the question is, how will I advance my research findings in teaching and leadership and my community practice? So my research findings were that Writers Workshop is good at motivating students to write. I say that teachers actually should implement Writers Workshop into their daily practice. I have to raise awareness about the best practice in writing, and that is Writers Workshop. And then I will advance his findings by using my lead teacher position to help my community in Yambu, Saudi Arabia, my colleagues there, in implementing Writers' Workshop successfully in their classrooms because as of now, there are still many teachers who are actually hesitant to try Writers' Workshop. Also, it is also important for me to provide professional development about Writers' Workshop to train my fellow teachers so that they can apply it in their own classrooms. Now, how will I advocate research as a professional practice in the future? So, I will advocate for my colleagues to research the Writer's Workshop method and to find the best ways to apply it. So, this is like advocating for effective literacy strategies for children. And I firmly believe that teachers should learn how to personalize the workshop method because there are many teachers who are so nervous in using it because they feel like they're reading scripts or they feel like they have to be really concise, like black and white way of doing the writer's workshop. It's not how it should be. They should personalize the workshop that would fit their individual teaching styles and would fit their students' needs. Now, there are lessons that I learned from my MA program. One is all about play-based learning. Before I started the program, I know that play actually is important for children. I thought it's only for social development, but I was wrong. It's not just for social development; it's also for emotional and for cognitive growth. And I never knew that you can actually teach a lesson through play. That is very big for me because me as a primary teacher, it I believe that children should have fun while they're learning. And the best way to have fun while learning is to apply play-based learning in your classroom. The next is developing literacy at a very early age. It actually does work wonders. Some people believe that, oh, they're children, they don't know how to read, they don't know how to write, you should just teach them first. Like the writer's workshop approach actually is letting the kids write even before they know their letters, because writing actually starts from scribbling. When kids try to communicate and try to write about their emotions through drawings, it's also considered writing, right? So literacy actually starts at a very young age. Now, when we develop it, when we enrich it while they're young, it develops their self esteem and their perception about themselves, making them better students as they move on. Also, one of the best things that I learned in my master's classes is about the developmentally appropriate practice. Now, some teachers would think that you have to teach a lot in order for you to become a good teacher. Now I realize that it's wrong. There's some things that kids should learn based on their age, and there's also a very important relationship between the teacher, the community, the family, the students, the school. They all work together to form a very responsive, responsible, and productive individual. Now, what did I learn about myself as a practitioner? Now, I've learned three things. So, number one, I've become a better writing teacher. Because of this program, I've started to read more, learn more about Writer's Workshop, and apply it in my classroom myself. I've seen the difference with my students' work from the previous years. I've seen the difference on their attitude and their perception about writing. And I believe that I've become better because it shows in my students' work. And my colleagues actually look to me for leadership and inspiration on teaching writing. When they need help, they come to me and they ask for my opinion and suggestions, in which I feel um, so. I mean, I feel more motivated to be better. Next, I learned that planning is very important to complete work efficiently and completely. Um, Working full time from 7 to 5, 7 to 4, and then coming home, being a wife, and studying is not a very easy task. I have to plan everything for my schedule daily, even to doctor's appointment, even going to the bank. Planning really helped me a lot to manage my time wisely. And then last thing, I learned that a person should work hard and make sacrifices to achieve anything worth doing. And you never know what you're capable of achieving unless you actually challenge yourself. I never realized I would be completing this program on time. At first, I was just trying it out and planning to stop every once in a while because I know I am very busy with my work. But I never knew I am capable of finishing this and learning new things aside from what I'm supposed to be learning in classes and applying it with my daily life. It is very important to challenge oneself. And I challenged myself and I learned a lot from it. And I never knew that I'm capable. I never knew that I'm a capable person. There you go. Thank you very much. These are all my reference. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for listening.